Yes, good morning. It is Sunday morning. I love a Sunday morning, but my body clock never ever lets me sleep in. So I am bright eyed and bushy tailed and ready to talk Spurs with you guys, whoever comes in, just ready to talk about our beautiful club. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Guys, here in the West Country, it is a beautiful morning. There's not a cloud in the sky. I have my shorts on already. Flip flops will be going on later as I walk to my local coffee shop to watch the world go by. That's my Sunday, and I can't wait to start it. But first off, I can't wait to start it with you guys because we are going to talk about, as I've said, our beautiful club. What a result yesterday. What a result yesterday. Spurs absolutely fantastic. I think maybe one of the best performances I've seen from a Tottenham team for 2 or 3 years. I think we were absolutely fantastic, guys. Let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the game, how we played, your you know, best performance, who stood out, maybe who was disappointing. I'm not sure anyone was disappointing yesterday. But we will get into it. We will go through some transfer rumours because it's Sunday morning and we always get transfer rumours on a Sunday morning. There is a few floating around, so we will go through them. But guys, as you come in, please do me an absolute solid. Please like the stream. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it, guys. I love a Sunday. Love a Sunday. It's going to be a lazy one for me. Lots of football, and lots of lazing, really. So yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know what you're up to today, and let's get into it. Let's say hello to the chat. The Wolf, big up Wolf. He says a Thomas Frank coaching masterclass. Levy must get the checkbook out this week and give him at least two more top quality players. We need that depth desperately. 100%. It's so hard to disagree with that. As well as we've started the season, we are desperate for quality, not only in the starting 11, but the squad. Hopefully, we bring in at least two. I'm looking for three, to be honest, maybe four. I really think we are that short, but obviously, it's hard to be negative at the moment because there is such a feel good factor around Tottenham and the way we're playing. And we're talking about the manager as well. The manager, we'll talk about him in a minute, but amazing. Milton's in the house. Big up, Milton. I hope you're well. Johnson again. Ole, ole. Best BJ ever. I'm not sure about that, mate, but he's he definitely scores goals. He knows where the net is. But yeah, let's not go on the last bit. Barbaric, good morning, Barbaric. I hope you're well, mate. He says, good morning, Nigel and chat. Smash those likes and subs, people. Absolutely. Smash those likes and subs. Let's help a man up to 1,200. That would be absolutely amazing. And he follows it up by saying, I hope it's all just media lies, but if we are really trying to hijack the El Canoes transfer, the fans will erupt. Surely, after what's happened so far, we can't be that silly. Mate, I'm not sure. I think we could be that silly. And I think if we get Savio, or my son keeps telling me to call him Savinio. We all know Savinio's his nickname, but it is what it is. If we get him over the line, then I'm not so against an Alcanus coming in. Um, Listen, it is what it is. He's not my first choice by any means, but I'd love better. For me, now I've got my heart set on a couple of players, which we're going to as we go on through the stream, through the morning. Tweaks in the house. Good morning, Tweak. YouTube member. Big up, buddy. Memberships and super chats are available. Guys in the house, big up, guy. I hope you're well, mate. It says, morning, Nige. It was my birthday yesterday, and guess what? We won. Well, happy birthday for yesterday, mate. And what a birthday present. Hey, what an absolute birthday present. I hope you had a good day. I hope you are having a great weekend. And yeah, not drinking too much. Drink a little bit, obviously, but Razzle's in the house. Good morning, Nige. Good morning, mate. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Milton said it's very grim in Oz. Nothing but rain and high winds for the past month. Yeah, my mum has told me that. She said the weather has been horrific in Australia this winter. So, yeah, but summer's not far away, is it? It's just round the corner. So hopefully it'll pick up soon for you, buddy. Guys, and I'm just on a static bike at the gym. I'd rather you than me, buddy. My days of exercising are long gone. Long gone. Um, Razzle said double celebration guy. Happy birthday for yesterday. Yes, happy birthday, mate. Corey boys in the house. Big up, Corey. Another YouTube member. Morning all. I hope you're well, my friend. And he says we're at least 4 or 5 players short of real quality. Yes. I'd love to get 4 in this week, if possible. But we will see. We will see what happens. Milton said, really pleased with the Polinia signing. What a player. We will get into Polinia in a moment or two. And Dave's in the house as well. So then Spence is rocking. Need to keep him fit. Agreed. You know what? This team at the moment are they are showing what they can do with a good coach. And like I say, I'm not going to get onto the past, but we look a totally different outfit at the moment. I have to say, and I want to say this about Thomas Frank right now before we really get into it. I am in love with Thomas Frank. He is everything I want in a manager. On the sideline, he's constantly talking, constantly chatting, constantly talking to his coaches. He has the tactics board out constantly. He doesn't leave any stone unturned. And this is what I want to see in a manager. This is what I want to see. And then if we lose a game, I can say, well, at least he's trying stuff. Whereas under the past manager, it didn't feel like that he cared. It didn't feel like for me that he cared when we were in trouble, when things were going against us. Didn't do enough. I am absolutely loving Frank. And of course, always helps when he says things, doesn't it? You know, when he says that I love Brentford and I'm falling in love with Tottenham. That for me, it's all you need to say, mate. That's all you need to say. You've won me over. You have won me over. Just with those words, I am falling in love with Tottenham. Well, I am in love with Tottenham. So, welcome to the club, Thomas. Welcome to the club. Milton saying, nice. Did you see the Sonny free kick yet? Sonny scoring is that his first goal for LA? Fantastic free kick. Did take a slight deflection, didn't it? But lovely, lovely goal. And it seems weird. I don't know if any of you seen the goal, but it seems weird Sonny celebrating scoring a goal in a different shirt because he does the same thing. And I'm like, you should be in a Spurs shirt doing that. But it is what it is. Guy saying, yeah, thanks all. Yeah, got five a game after the Man United, after injuries, were third in the league with 10 teams. Frank set up a great team who played so well. It's night and day, mate. It is night and day. It is absolutely night and day. The sheriff is up. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're not you haven't got too much of a headache this morning. And he also says smash those likes and subs buttons. Yes, do it, please. Help a guy out. I'd much appreciate it. I know everyone in the house does it anyway, but you've got to ask as well. So it is what it is. SJ saying, morning, Nigel and chat. Good morning, SJ. I hope you're well, my friend. Razzle Dazzle saying Spurs next fixtures: Bournemouth home, West Ham away, Brighton away, Wolves home, Leeds away, Villa home. How many points are we getting from that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 points, mate. Of course, 18. 18 points, no problem. I mean, Bournemouth is going to be a tough game, but I think we beat them. West Ham we beat because West Ham are bloody awful. Brighton will be a tough game, to be fair. Wolves at home. Wolves have started terribly. We should beat them. Leeds away. We got a good record against Leeds. I think we beat them. And Villa at home. Villa haven't started well. I think we beat them. Man, I am. Yeah, I feel the delusion coming in my head already. I feel like I'm starting to lose my mind because Spurs have won a couple of games. But out of those, honestly, out of those games, I see at least 10 points. out of those games. If we didn't get 10, 12 points out of those games, I'd be very disappointed. But that's where we are. We win a couple of games, and if you had asked me that last year, then I would have been like, if we get 3 points, I'd be happy. And Pip Jam, yes, there's 18. Big up, Pip Jam. I hope you're well, mate. Hard to disagree. I think the form we're on currently, we should win those games. Milton saying, yeah, it was Sonny's first goal, and last week he got an assist. He did. Um, in all fairness, I'm expecting Sonny to hit 20 goals for LA. It's an inferior league, and he's a great player still. So let's see what he does. But it does feel a bit weird. It does feel a bit weird. Barbaric saying, did you see Johnson's interview having a dig at the old manager about Thomas Frank's respect and the importance of defending? I did see that, yes. I did think it myself, to be honest, when he was saying those things. I was like, oh, the importance of defending. Yeah, that wasn't really a thing last year, was it? But it is what it is. Yeah. But we could be playing against Ange soon, so imagine playing against Ange for Forest. That even more reason to give them beating. Even more reason. Guy saying, we've got until Christmas. I'm hoping to get 26. With what we've got up until Christmas, hoping we get 20. Yeah, yeah, I agree. SJ saying, let's not get carried away one game at a time, lads and lasses. I like getting carried away. It's fun, but no, I get your point. Listen, we're Spurs, right? We've won 2 games. It's been fantastic. It would be incredibly Spursy to go and lose at home to Bournemouth on Saturday, but let's hope that tag is slowly being taken away, and we will get into transfers shortly, and hopefully players that we can bring in that improves this first 11 and makes our squad so much stronger. Razzle saying Solanke to get you 20 goals in those fixtures. Oh, sadly, I can't even see Solanke getting back inside at the moment. I thought he's unlucky not to hit third late on, but yeah, Richarlison's got the shirt, and I'll be surprised if Solanke gets it off him anytime soon, if I'm honest. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Solanke or Richarlison. Both, I know, very much like, oof, wouldn't really take either of them. But in fact, let's put a poll in the chat, guys. Create poll. Solanke or Richarlison. And we will go Solanke and Richarlison. Start the poll. Let me know, guys. What are you thinking? Solanke or Richarlison? Let's get into it. Let's get voting. Corey saying, for 2 years, and I was Ange from day one. The amount of abuse I got was stupid. I was right with everything I said about him, and he doesn't coach and was out of his depth. Who was right, me or hell, Frank? You did say that, mate, to be fair. So, yeah, fair play to you. If you could give me the lottery numbers for next weekend, that would be fantastic. I am skint. So, yeah, please, mate, if you get 5 minutes. Sheriff saying, we were going invincible this year. We're so going invincible this year. It's happening, mate. The quad is on. The quad is on. Guys, if you want positivity and delusion, this is the place to be this morning because why not? It's Sunday morning. Got to be happy on a Sunday morning. Guy said, nah, I follow the league. We can get a total of 26 up to Chelsea. There's no reason there shouldn't be wins, in my humble opinion, even with last season's Spurs. I agree. This last season's Spurs are done. They're gone. This is this season's Spurs. This is this season's Spurs under a proper coach, under a great manager, and with players who suddenly want to play for the shirt. That's all we can ask for. Let's hope now we get some players in, and who knows where we can go. Who knows where we can go? We're not winning leagues. Champions League is out of the question. If we can get some players in, 3 or 4 would be my dream. There's no reason why we can't be the best of the rest. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Darren's in the house. Big up, mate. I hope you're well. Good morning, or yesterday's result helped me forget about my second bout of COVID. Oh, that is shocking, mate. Get well soon. I hope it hasn't hit you too hard. Guy says, not carried away, just a possibility. Listen, if we can't be positive about our side, I get that we've got to be realistic. I understand that. And I understand, especially on YouTube, you have to have you have to be like more realistic and you can't be too, how should I say it, happy clappy. But as a fan, when we win a game, if I can't be excited and celebrate that and, even just for 24 hours, be like, we're winning the league, then what's the point? Well, this is what fans do. Obviously, it's tongue in cheek. I don't think we're winning the league. I don't think we're finishing top four. Currently, I still don't think we're finishing top 6 or 7. But under this manager, if we get a few players in, there's no reason why we can't do a lot better. Lord Rodney Trotter's in the house. Big up, mate. He says, what a fantastic coach Frank is. Yeah, absolutely love him. Absolutely love him. Milton said, I said to you, Nigel, Polina will get at least 10 GA this season. 36 games left and 9 to go. Polina is an absolute baller, isn't he? As I've said earlier, and I've said in the streams over the last couple of days, the window's been terrible this season so far. Absolutely terrible. No doubt about that. We've had a shocking window. But the two players that we've brought in to go straight into the first team, Kudus and Polina, game changers. Absolutely revitalised this side. And we look a different side with them in. And with proper coaching from Frank. I'm loving this Tottenham team. I'm watching them and I see structure. I see just that defensive solidness. I see the two in front of the defence and I think you got to get past them. Then you got to get past Romero and Van der Ven. If you get past them, then you got to get past Vicario. And listen, they all did their job yesterday. I thought all three central midfielders were brilliant. I thought the centre backs were excellent. The full backs played very well. And Vicario, though he's terrible with his feet, when called upon, he made some really good saves. So all in all, yesterday, fantastic. Razzle saying the style Bournemouth play, I actually think it will be a tougher test in City. It's interesting, isn't it? Because every game we've had this season is different tests. Burnley at home opening day were never really going to trouble us. It was always going to be a question of us switching on, keeping switched on, not switching off, which we nearly did a few times, and just being professional and waiting for the chances to come and taking them. And we did that. Man City yesterday, totally different. City at home, lots of the ball, defend well, take our chances when we get them in the transition. We did that. Bournemouth, I agree, again, going to be totally different because they're not going to be a team that rock up to White Hart Lane and sit back and defend. They're going to play and they will get chances against us. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting to see what happens, see how Frank sets up. Really, really pleased that Frank didn't go with the back five yesterday. I thought he would. I was convinced that we would play the same team as we did against PSG, but he shocked me and put Johnson in. And I must admit, I wasn't sure. I was like, Johnson, I don't know. I think we might be a bit open. But he put him in, he scored a goal. So listen, Frank's a master. Absolute master as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Corey Boy saying Richie. Get voting, guys. Milton saying Richie. So Solanke looks like he's lost his shirt at the moment. Guy saying, oh, trotters. Corey Boy saying, no man, Lotto's mine. I deserve it after the last 3 years. I don't know. Can we split it? Can we split it? Because I need something. I need something. Barbaric saying, what more do we need for breakfast? Delusion on toast with Nige. Maybe that's what I should change the name to. Not breakfast with pure Coys. Delusion on toast with Nige. That's a pretty good name. I'd come up with a little tune for that as well. Rodney saying, when am I getting a call from Levy for a job in the recruitment team? Could be any day, mate. Could be any day. John, big up John, saying, morning, Nigel and chat. Buzzing after yesterday's brilliant result and performance. Typical of our week, though, when Woolwich nicked top spot. I mean, that was bloody annoying, wasn't it? You know, top of the league, and then Arsenal have to hit 5. I think it was always going to happen. Leeds are going to struggle this year. So, yeah, we will see. Rain's in the house. Big up, Rain. I hope you're well, mate. Razzle saying is all right, Nige. We will clip you. I know you will, mate. You've got all my receipts, haven't you? All my receipts. Solanke 20 goals. Okay, that's probably not going to come true. I did say we would concede 40 or under in the Premier League this season. That very much is on at the moment. It really is. So yeah, we will see. Guy saying F being clipped up, as I always stand by my opinion. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. Sometimes, especially when you're doing YouTube, sometimes you forget what you say. You're just chatting away, and yeah, before you know it, you're in the mud. But it is what it is. Listen, I'm a fan, yeah. I'm a fan. I stand by what I say on things that's like serious. But when it comes to, you know, players and stuff like that, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I love a player, sometimes I hate them. Depends how they play. If they're crap for a month, I go off them pretty quickly. You know, if they're good for a month, then I fall in love with them again. And the Solanke thing, I did think Solanke would hit 20 Premier League goals if he played, because I think he will get a lot of service this year. As it is, he's not played yet, but there's still 36 games to go. So I'm confident. Confident when he gets his shirt back, he will get the service. And obviously, but we need some transfers to do that. David Crick saying, just in from various reports, we have lodged a £65 million bid for Savinho. And I will bring that up, mate, because that was going to be on my list of things to bring up. This is what's come out this morning. And it is breaking. Tottenham are willing to go over 70 million for Savinho as the player is keen on a move. It's all up to Manchester City as Spurs are giving them the money they asked for. And that is from Fabrizio Romano. So, again, it is all rumours at the moment, but Spurs look like they are about to offer the money for Savinho. Whether they accept it or not is, of course, another question. But we will see. Big up, David. I hope you're well, my friend. And Sheriff, what's he saying? They broke me in the week. It's surprising what a win away at City can do for morale. Absolutely, it is. It is. Last week suddenly feels like a distant memory. I even watched some of the Arsenal game yesterday and could stomach watching Eze being paraded. You know, it didn't hurt me like I thought it was going to. He's a gooner now, so bye bye. Let him go. Let him go. We got bigger fish to fry. We got Sar. We got the Sar man as our number 10. What more do we need? That is tongue in cheek, by the way, guys. SJ saying, I think we all knew Bentancur had some real grit inside him. He is showing it under Frank. Agreed. I love Bentancur. Listen, sometimes his form can dip up and down, but I think with Polina next to him, I think they are a fantastic double pivot. And I see these two playing a lot in away games. You know, you will see them a lot in City away as yesterday, Arsenal away, Liverpool away, maybe United away, Chelsea away. We will see that double pivot. And I think it's solid. I think we look good. I think we look good. Dave is saying sell Solanke. Well, if we get someone better in, I'm not against that at all. I'm in. Big up, mates, and must bring back Ange ASAP. Let's not. Let's hope Forest get him. And then we can watch him and admire him from afar. But let's not bring him back to this club, please. Milton saying yesterday was an all-round professional performance. It was. It was a fantastic performance. I thought we were amazing. And it doesn't always have to be swashbuckling, great football. You know what? I get as much joy seeing a centre half throw his body in the way of the ball than I do from a 20-yard screamer. You know, it's not always about great football. Seeing your players die on that pitch for the shirt, you know, lay their body on the line for that shirt, for that badge that we love. and absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. Corey Boy saying, amazing what a real coach can do for a team, a manager, and a mass out of the technical box, talking to the players. Never had that with the forward from down under. Yeah, listen, Ange is what his words. Listen, he won us a trophy, fantastic, but we've moved on now. We have a new manager, and we are going to enjoy this manager until we don't enjoy him. Listen, there's going to be a time. There is going to be probably a time in the future when a lot of us question what Frank does. But right now, he's come in, he's changed the way we play. Everything is good. And let's just enjoy it, guys, because we know in football how quickly things can change. Guy saying, quick question, Nige. Seeing as Spence is being used as a wing back, do you think he may follow a certain other man we had that went to Real Madrid? No, I don't think he's in Bell's class, sadly. Um, you know what? Spence is a fantastic defender. A fantastic defender. I thought he was brilliant yesterday defensively. But going forward for me, he still lacks that quality. He is not quite the player that I would hope he would be yet. There was a moment when he broke through on the left and he had a perfect chance to put a cross in with his left foot and he didn't. He came back and he passed it back and I'm just like, and it's not his fault. It's not left footed. He's right footed. This is the problem. This is for me why I like a proper left footed fullback. I think Spencer's a great fullback, but he's a great defender. First and foremost, whereas Bell was a great attacker playing at fullback, Spencer's a great defender playing at fullback. So I can't see it, but I think he's a great player, just different sort of player, if you know what I mean. Guys, if you haven't already, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. No subscribers yet this morning. It's Sunday, guys. Come on, show a man some love, and yeah, we'll carry on talking Spurs. I absolutely love talking Tottenham with you guys. It is the highlight of my day. Maybe that shows how sad my life is, but never mind. We will carry on. The Hofmeister saying Polina transforms the team. His positioning, composure, and tackling protects our centre backs. Also gets the best out of Bentancur. Finally, we have a great defensive midfielder. 100%, mate. Absolutely 100%. I would be now looking, sod the loan. Let's just pay the money for him because I don't want to see this guy go back after a year. For me, he is what we've been crying out for years and years and years. Absolutely love Polina. What a great signing. And pay the money. Let's get him in. SJ saying, what really annoys me is when Spurs win. I was going to say, I'll just leave it at that. What really annoys me is when Spurs win. Thanks, SJ. No, the media always say the other team were poor. In this case, City were poor. But what they don't say is we made them poor. I agree. And listen, some fans have been saying that as well. I've been watching YouTube all yesterday after the win. And even some of the fans were like, yeah, but City didn't turn up. Come on, man, give us some credit. We were fantastic yesterday. I agree 100% with you, SJ there. Rain saying, we have always been a better side with a fulcrum six. Carrick, Parker, Wanyama, Højbjerg, and now Polina. Why did we let Højbjerg go without replacing him straight away? 100% agree, mate. 100% agree. Listen, Højbjerg wasn't everyone's cup of tea. I get that. But he did a job. He did a job. And even that first season under Ange, he was still with us the first season, wasn't it? Was he still with us? I can't remember. But when he'd come on with like 10 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, and just shore things up, we miss that so much. And it was a massive, massive mistake letting Højbjerg go. 100%. I wouldn't have sold him. But at the time, I did say let him go because I thought we'd bring in other players, but we just didn't replace, did we? Didn't replace. Cheryl saying, when you say Johnson, can you say again, ole, ole, please? Of course, yeah. I'm not going to mention his name again. But listen, I have got to say, what a fantastic finish from Johnson. Again, ole ole. I thought the finish was sublime. You know, anyone you watch that goal again and again could have easily skied it, could have easily you know, taken his eye off the ball because there was a tackle coming in. The way he kept his eye on the ball and just caressed it into net. Such a good finish from Johnson, and just a different player than when he plays out wide. You know, when he gets the ball out wide, sometimes he looks terrified. Almost looks like he doesn't want the ball. But that run he made when Richarlison got it is almost like he knew he was going to score. It was like, give me that ball, I'm scoring. And listen, Johnson's a funny one, isn't it? Because he is an awful player, but he is a top goal scorer. And let's see what Frank does with him. I think it's going to be interesting, guys, what Frank does with Johnson this season. Because if we do buy Savio, where does Johnson fit in? He probably doesn't start, does he? Or does he start as our striker? He doesn't hold the ball up. That's the problem. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how we use Johnson this year. But I guarantee you, Johnson will hit 10 plus goals this season. Don't clip me, Razzle, but I think Johnson will hit 10 goals this season for Spurs. Then bring Ange back now. You love Ange. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Got nothing against it, but answer. Just tell me why. Why would you bring Ange back now? I'm interested to find out. I'd understand if we'd lost our opening 2 games, but we won them both and we look fantastic. So it is what it is. People love who they love. Corey Boy saying, if I win it big, I'll send you a nice little thanks, mate. I'll hold you to that when I see you on the front page of the Daily Star. Did he even do the Daily Star anymore? I always used to buy the sport. Football news and the sport was fantastic, of course. Guys and Sheriff, I must admit, if Brenda continues like he has, I may change my mind on him. Listen, again, not a great footballer, but a fantastic finisher. Fantastic finisher. Guys, if you haven't, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get 50 likes on this stream. That would be absolutely amazing. Rodney saying, bloody wants to be Nige. People are paid millions for the job I've done. Well, maybe I need that job. I need that job. Enjoy my morning suns on the Xbox. I'm on the job sites listening to you, Nige. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Well, I hope you find something soon. I'm having to look for, even though I'm self-employed, I'm having to look for other little bits because bills are bills, man. And especially when you live alone, it's tough because you've got to pay everything. I need someone to come in and like a lodger, but that doesn't live here. Just want the money. Don't want you to live here, mate. You know. But it is what it is. Omega's in the house. Big up, buddy. I hope you're well. Paqueta to replace Madison. Please do that. Where is my good friend? What's the point, FC? Because I've also got this bit of news that's come up this morning, and it is that Tottenham are now showing a genuine interest in signing West Ham attacking midfielder Lucas Paqueta. Paqueta is now back in the market after he was cleared of the spot fixing allegations. Guys, Paqueta, what do we think of him? Would you take him at Spurs? Listen, again, like I say, sometimes you say things on Twitter that you maybe think, okay, maybe shouldn't have said that. I did say 3-4 weeks ago, Paqueta wasn't my man. He wasn't the man for me. He wasn't someone I really wanted. I thought he was a good player, but I wanted other players, such as Morgan Gibbs-White, such as Eze. We haven't got them now, so I will snap your hand off for Paqueta. I was watching him in the Chelsea game, actually, where Chelsea smashed him. But every time, not only was the goal fantastic, but forget the goal, every time he got the ball, he didn't lose it. Very rarely did he lose it. He always made a forward pass. I like him. I like him. I would take Paqueta. If we could get him, I would take him hands down. And Amin's coming back in with ole, ole, ole. Bring Ange back. Okay, it's getting boring now. Tottenham Logic. Big up, Alan. I hope you're well, mate. YouTube member says, morning, mate. Eze wouldn't get in the team over Sarr at the moment. Again. Exactly. Exactly. And I said this on last night's show. And listen, Eze's a top player. Of course he is. And I'm not being a deluded fan who's just like, oh, he's rubbish because he signed for Arsenal. He's a great player. But yesterday, would Eze have won that flick on for the Richarlison? Not sure. Would Eze have closed the centre back down to nick the ball off for the second goal? 100% no, because he's not that type of player. I think Sarr this season is already proven to be a totally different player. I think he's a must for the first team at the moment. I think he's been arguably our best player since all the preseason and early this season. And listen, he's not the number 10 we want. And this is the argument I've been putting out there. And I'm not saying I agree with it, by the way. I'd love a number 10. I'd love someone that's elegant on the ball, create stuff. But if we get that left winger, as in a Savio, do you think Spurs will then say, we don't need a 10? We don't need a 10 because we got two really quick, tricky wingers who can make things happen. Maybe a 10 isn't that important. That's my concern. If we're going to do that, fine. Go out and get me a Harvey Elliott. Go out and get me someone who can play a bit of football and can put passes through an eye of a needle. That kind of player doesn't have to be particularly a number 10, but I would take Paqueta if he is up for sale. But big up, Alan. Hope you're well, buddy. Would love Paqueta, but I just can't see the Hammers allowing us to get two of their best three players in one window. Sell Solanke and bring in Lookman. Lookman's another one. Yeah, another player I'd take. Again, a lot of fans turning their nose up at Lookman because they've seen him in the Premier League before. He didn't really do it, but since he's been in the Premier League, he's gone away. He's a different player now. Really good player, bulked up. Really big lad. So I would I'd take Lookman as well. Alan's back said we will still play some good attacking football. Frank has not been here long, and you can tell he's worked on defence first. Give him the time, and he will be great for both. I agree. And listen, for a team that has no creativity, we have smashed 5 goals in the last 2 league games. We hit a couple past Paris Saint-Germain as well. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We definitely need that bit of quality up there, but we are doing okay. Philly's in the house. Big up, Philly. I hope you are, mate. Saying big up, Nige, and everyone in the magnificent chat. Big up, Philly. Always just the nicest guy. Mark Pitts is in as well. Swindon massive. Big up, Mark. I hope you're well. Man City was one off a big game, but we have not played Liverpool. They are a big team. Agreed. Agreed. We can only beat what's in front of us. And yeah, but I think we set up similar to teams like Liverpool when suddenly I'm looking at it and thinking, okay, we might not get stuffed by these teams. So exciting times ahead, I think, for Spurs. Jonag, big up Jonag. Ebereche, who's it? Exactly. Ebereche, who's? Who is that guy? We don't need him. We don't need him. Let him go to Arsenal. It still hurts a little bit. Still hurts a little bit. Corey saying, renaming the song, what a difference a day makes too. What a difference Thomas Frank makes. 24 simple little tactical tweaks. Tannin and tannin pitch on the tannin pitch. Yes. Yeah. Good tune as well. Good tune. Philly saying, all the coach managers start by building a team difficult to beat, which is what Thomas Frank has done. And we don't look easy to beat, do we? We look difficult to score against. Suddenly we're not giving up chances left, right, and centre. It is a beautiful thing. I cannot remember once yesterday when City attacked and we only had two centre backs there. It was a thing of beauty. An absolute thing of beauty. Guy saying City didn't turn up. They did not watch the game. Exactly. City was City. We just stopped them from playing. I thought Spurs were magnificent yesterday. Guys, if you're new in here, even if you're not new in here, smash that like button. If you are new in here, smash that subscribe button. I am on my way to 2K. Any help would be much appreciated as I get a weird text. Ugh, God. You look on one job site and suddenly all you get is texts about jobs. Drives me insane. Mark Pitt saying, now we have some Now we have some marked Man City's card now because we know how to beat them. I think we are Man City's bogey team, aren't we? We tend to beat them quite a lot. It doesn't matter where they are in the league, what they're doing. Doesn't matter where we are. We always rock up against them, and we always put in a good performance. And it is what it is. But I'm loving it. I wish we could do it every week against every team. Rodney saying Polina, different level to Højbjerg. He is. He is. Same. They did the same sort of job, but yeah, I agree. Different level. Polina is such a good player. Alan saying, can you remember when Johnson has a chance on goal with him not hitting the target? Because I can't. He very rarely misses the target, does he? He's just like I say, he's a top finisher. And yeah, I love him. I love him as a finisher, just not as a player, sadly. Jonak saying Johnson is a great finisher. I hope we take advantage of this and find him in the ideal position. Where do we think that Johnson starts this season? This is the problem, isn't it? And it's a good problem to have. But if Savio signs, I don't see him starting many games. So it's going to be interesting to see how we juggle Johnson, because Kudus is going to need a rest. He's not going to play every Premier League minute. We're going to need him for the Champions League. So it'll be interesting where Johnson fits in. I think Johnson gets plenty of games, but I think it will be on the right one week, on the left another week, maybe off a striker sometimes. It's going to be interesting, but he won't be your guaranteed first team starter. Definitely not in the Champions League, for me anyway. But guys, let me know what you think about Johnson. Where does he start? SJ saying, I am worried this morning. We were on the verge of signing Eve and Hazard gets injured. So Goon sign Eze yesterday, Saka and Odegaard get injured. I fear they will now pivot to Savinho. Yeah, I never thought about that, SJ. Thank you. Thanks. You've worried me now too. But no, I don't think they're going to go for Savinho. I think it might maybe go for a Paqueta though, if Odegaard's injured. Again, we will see. We will see. I think Arsenal are done now in the window. To be fair, I think they are done. But there's still a week to go. And Razzle saying, SJ, I thought the same yesterday. I'm refused to think about it. And Amin saying, Ange plays all out attacking football. That's what matters. Yeah, but all out attacking football doesn't win games, mate. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. Sorry, Ange will have a time for you to accept and support Forest when he goes there. I think it's time just to move on from Ange, isn't it? We are now 2 games into the new season. And it's time to move on. We are a different side now. Different side now. I don't know where I am in the chat. Yeah, I'm in the right place. But yeah, for me, time to move on. Bob Alex saying, Amen, so you don't like clean sheets and cohesive teams. Clearly, some people don't. They like the carnage of the last manager, who I still refuse to mention his name if I can. Guys, there are 46 in the house. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't liked, please like the stream. So I'll hit that bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop. Dave saying Johnson will get more goals than Solanke this season. Quite possibly if Solanke's not playing. It's hard to disagree. And he has got a 2-goal head start. But listen, I really like Johnson as a striker. If someone who gets in one-on-one with the keeper, I'm confident Johnson scores. But let's see what happens. Would you be against selling Solanke and having Johnson as a striker? I don't know. Guy saying, oh nice, I'm wearing 125 years Puma, one of my kits, one of my faves. Weird question. What's your thoughts on our home kit? I think it's too busy. So the 125 year Puma kit that's the half and half one, isn't it? The white and then the blue. Bit like Blackburn. But the home kit, I like the home kit actually. I must admit, I'm not one of these that likes just the pure white. I like something on it, something just to take because I just think white is a really boring colour, personally. And I probably know it's not a colour, it's a shade or whatever. But yeah, for me, I like something on the shirt. That's why I always prefer, if I'm getting a shirt, to get the away one. Um, haven't got a shirt for a long time, but yeah, I like something on it, so I quite like it. One of my favourite Spurs kits, um, for a long time is the one that I always think of Toby Alderweireld when they wear like the old Ajax stripe down it, with the blue. That was a lovely kit. So yeah, I like something on it. I like something on it, definitely. Big up, Andy. Hope you're well. Says, morning. Why do Spurs fans knock a win? If you can't celebrate a win, go support another team. Great win, Coys. It's hard to disagree, mate. We've won a game. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. I'd love that. I love it when Spurs win. As much as we're going to slate Tottenham when we lose, we got to enjoy the little moments. And as fan base, we weren't expecting too much this season, so let's enjoy these little wins when we get them. Queek saying, Amen. He also 22 losses in a season and finished 17th. He was pony. I think he was. I think I hate to say it, mate. Maybe this place isn't the place for you if you really think as in Tottenham should be back. I hear he is going to Forest, so it is what it is. Rodney's saying, I can hire you to do my PR, Nigel. Do it, mate. Do it. As long as you offer a good wage packet. Yeah, and I can just sit here all day, just like doing PR. Happy days. Happy days. Dave saying, Paqueta, yes. The Sheriff saying, buy him. West Ham get relegated. Perfect. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I actually think West Ham sell because I think they're desperate for money. Absolutely desperate. I think if we put the right money in, maybe we could offer them Basuma as part of the deal. And why not? Let's see what happens. Rain is saying, I will see your 10 goals for BJ and raise you to 12. Can see Frank working on him already. Yelling from the sideline when he plays safe. If Johnson could just add bravery to try and go past the player. I think that's perfect thought on Johnson then. Bravery. I think that's what he lacks when he takes on a player. He's got it in front of goal. He's a different player in front of goal. But yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see where he plays. I think it says a lot about maybe players like Tau and Oderbell when you have Johnson as a right winger, effectively, or right-sided striker, being moved on to the left. I think it says a lot about them. Obviously, they're still very young. But yeah, Johnson scores goals. It's hard. It's hard to argue against that. He scores goals. Rodney saying, professional beer taster and PR merchant for when my recommendation goes tits up. I'm up for that. Yeah, being drunk all day would be fantastic. Billy saying, Manchester City wanted Paqueta 2 years ago before the controversy. So yes, if Spurs wanted him, I would take Paqueta. I'd take him as well now. Absolutely 100%. Eze has retired from winning trophies. He has, Andy. He has. Kate's in the house. Good morning, Kate. It says, Nige, morning, love. What a brilliant game. Frank cooking. He absolutely is, isn't he? I love Thomas Frank. Absolutely in love with the man already. And I'll be the first to admit, listen, he wasn't my first choice in the summer. I really wanted Glasner or Poch back, but I am so happy with Frank. So happy. I think he says all the right things. And so far on the football pitch, haven't got a complaint at all. I can see now why so many Brentford fans loved him and why so many I've got a couple of Brentford fans, very good friends of mine, who literally haven't really spoken to me since we signed Frank. And I'm not sure whether it's me or whether it's just because they were so upset that Frank went. I'm sure it's the latter. But yeah, they've gone a bit quiet since Frank's come to Spurs. I actually asked him to come on a show with me. I said, do you want to come on a show with me? I'd love to do a show with you. And you can talk about Thomas Frank and what he can bring to Spurs. This is when we first signed him. And they were like, no, we don't want to talk about Frank. And I'm like, oh, okay. Brilliant. Thanks. But yeah, it is what it is. Rodney saying, Lookman and Etius, it's so much slower and he gets so much more time on the ball over there. That's the thing. It is a different style of football, isn't it? So it would be interesting to see how he did, but I think he'd be fine. I really do. Darren's in the house. Big up, Darren, mate. Saying, morning, Nige. I think Johnson would suit a second striker in a two up front. I agree 100%. Playing off Richarlison or off Solanke. I think that would suit perfectly Johnson. The trouble is, are we going to play that system a lot? I would suggest not. And that's my concern. No doubt, though, Johnson will get plenty of game time. I think a lot of it will be on either flank though, and he won't be a set position like it was last season. Rodney saying, for me, that's why, as brilliant as Jasari is and how good he could be in the UEFA Champions League for Milan, it's a very, very vastly different in the EPL. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And Rodney said I wasn't 100% convinced on the signing of Jasari. Listen, again, he looked very good, doesn't he? He looks good, but whether we Premier League is so much more different to the Premier League. But yeah, big up, Alan. Thanks for the text, mate. I much appreciate it. And Corey said, Nige is on his way to 2K. Come on, give the lad some love. Yes. I mean, I'm quite a way off 2K yet, but I appreciate, yeah, my next target is 2K. So any help would be much appreciated. I think I'm on 1228. So no, I'm not. I always had 100 on. I'm on 1128. Now I'm disappointed. So any help would be much appreciated. If I get it over 1130 today, that would be fantastic. Alan, thank you, buddy. Hit those likes, people, and subscribe to this great channel. Thank you, man. Also, get over to Tottenham Logic TV. He is absolutely smashing it out of the park and such a lovely guy. So, yeah, get over and subscribe to Tottenham Logic. And thank you for the text, mate. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. Andy's saying we do, don't we? We literally own Manchester at the moment. It's good to see. Dave's in the house. Big up, David. I hope you're well. Saying, yes, in the second half when Spurs had 4-on-3, Johnson greedily shot over instead of a simple inside pass to Sarr to make it 3-0. Yes, he did. And yeah, Frank was not overly happy, was he? But it is what it is. We make decisions in football and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Dave says Johnson playing behind the striker or play as a second striker. And I think absolutely. I think that's maybe where he plays. I think predominantly though he will play on the left or the right. But give him a chance as a second striker. But again, as I said, is Frank going to play that way? It's going to have to be a certain system when that happens. Or even bring him on as a striker when we're chasing a game and the game's stretched. I don't know. Johnson will definitely get game time though. Razzle saying, I think Johnson will play left wing to be utilised for countering teams. Yeah, I see him playing these games. Like I said, he will play at Anfield. He will play at the Emirates. He will play at Old Trafford. He will play at Stamford Bridge probably. I see him playing in those games where we are counter attacking, but I don't see him playing as much at home. I see him more as a bench player when we're playing at home personally. SJ saying all out attacking football and finishing 17th says it all. Yes, it does. Big up, Nick. Nick's in the house. Says, big up, Nige. Just about to go for a swim and then school uniform shopping. God help me. Then relax and watching the football. Oh, yeah. School uniform shopping is not fun at all. But have a great day, mate. And yeah, enjoy the football. I gotta say, the football today, there isn't any really good games on, is there today? None that I'm looking forward to. Anyhow, I mean, I'll watch it all, but I'm not particularly looking forward to it. Maybe Forest Palace might be a bit spicy with what's gone on between them. But yeah, tomorrow night's game will be a good one, Liverpool Newcastle. But today's is a bit meh. But hey, football's football. Daniel saying agree, especially with Madison. You can play him just behind the striker. Yeah, like I said, Johnson will get plenty of game time because he can play in different positions, which is good. And Nick saying, smash a like, everyone. Absolutely. Big up, Nick. Have a great day, buddy. Ed M is in the house. Good morning, Nigel and chat. Good morning, Ed. I hope you're well. Rodney saying, for me, top targets after Kudus and Polinia was Mateta, but he's not going after that. Paqueta and Gusand. He's gone to Villa, so a no-go with Mateta just leaves Paqueta. Mateta and Paqueta. We can make a little song about them, couldn't we? Nice little rhyme. I think, yeah, I don't see Mateta leaving, and I think if we can get Paqueta, 100%, I would take him. Ed M saying, I like the black away kit. I really like the black away kit. It is smart, isn't it? Really nice. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing how the yellow kit looks. It's going to be interesting. I've got to admit, I did like the Chelsea away kit they played against West Ham. Very much the same as the Spurs yellow kit, the old Night Total 90 with their old badge. I liked it. I would have preferred it if Spurs' away kit wasn't yellow. Maybe I don't know, even a green would have been fine, like a racing green, but not yellow. Mhm. But it is what it is. Rodney again saying, Savino, I didn't ever think we would get him. He'd be a huge signing for us. Marquee, that would be the recruitment team actually earning their money. Yeah, I agree. He would be a huge signing. Huge signing. That would be a proper marquee signing. But will it happen? Will it happen? We will see. We will see within the next week, I guess, won't we? Guys, 54 in the house now. Keep smashing that like, keep hitting that subscribe button. Philly saying, big up that Barrison Royale. I see you. Smash a like and subscribe. To Nige, pure Coys. Yes, yes. Emerson Royale. What player? What legend. What is saying? 50k a year, 50k a year, all the beer you can drink, Nige. Heaven. Whoever's got that job has the best job in the world. As they're talking to each other. Guys, let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what other news bits I brought up. I'm sure I have got something here. What's this? Oh, of course. Yeah, I had to bring this up. This come out last night. Whether how true it is, I don't know. And it's Tottenham have now entered the race for El Canus alongside Argentina player Nico Paz for the new number 10 shirt. Levy has a £35 million bid in mind to send to Leicester for the Moroccan midfielder. Guys, how would you feel about El Canus coming to Spurs? For me, that would be a massive, massive kick in the teeth. But I'm guessing if we brought in a Savinho as well, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. But not for me. Not for me, please. We could have got him for 25 million a couple of like 3 weeks ago. Why would we now pay 35 million for him? It just doesn't make sense. So for me, I think that's a no-goer personally. But yeah, let me know what you think. Guy saying, oh yeah, what's your thoughts on Biss's future? I think if he pissed about, is not going to end well for him. I think he's gone, mate. I think we sell him this week. I think the fact that he wasn't in the squad again yesterday, I'm sure someone will tell me he was injured. I don't know why he was out of the squad. I know that we were told he was injured last week. I don't think he's injured personally. I think he will be gone this week. And why not offer him to West Ham as part of the Paqueta deal? Could still do a great job, I think, in the Premier League, Basuma, just not with Spurs. Um, I'd love that Boadi. I am butchering these names, I know, from Lille, but it'd probably be ridiculous money for a 17-year-old. Yeah, another kid though, isn't it? I just want some real experience um in this team now. Another like 30-year-old. I'd be more than happy if we signed another 30-year-old. Haven't got an issue with that at all. Paro, big up, mate. Good to see you. Says Spurs should go for Buonatti from Brighton as a number 10. Again, another talented kid, another talented player. I don't know how old he is. Don't think he's that old, is he? What, 21, 22? Yeah, talented boy. But yeah, not sure. Not sure. I wouldn't be against it. It wouldn't be one I'd turn my nose up at all. But maybe for me, just someone a bit more prem proven. Juju, big up, mate. Saying Nicholas Jackson is prem proven. Put the money on the table. I'm gonna say a big fat no to that. Personally, not for me. Not my kind of striker. Um, misses too many chances. But he's always in the position, isn't he? He's always in the right place. But for me, for that much money, I'd rather spend it elsewhere personally. You know, if we're going to spend money on a striker, I'd rather go and get a Vlahovic, who, yes, would be expensive on wages, but there are ways and means to move, to get that down, signing on fees, etc., etc. And I'm sure he wouldn't need to be on £300,000 a week. Ed M saying Brentford had a good win yesterday. Villa nowhere near the level of last season. No, Villa and at the moment don't look the same team, do they? So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. John saying, good luck, Nigel, on your push to 2K subs. Or is it Turkey or Torquay? You know what? I love Turkey. I love Turkey. Lovely place to go on holiday. And I love Torquay as well. So it could be either one. Torquay's a lovely place in the summer to go. Great holiday. Bloody expensive though. Really expensive. Um, Mark Pitt saying, do you think the Woolers should have a hawk on their shirt because they keep swooping for our players? Yeah, I think they should have. Personally, I think they should have a lump of crap on their shirt because I hate them. But it is what it is. It is friendly hate, though, of course, friendly hate. Philly saying you may be right, Barrison. When Emma Goat leaves, there's turmoil and devastation in the aftermath. Barca and Spurs didn't do well when he left. Sadly, his first touch was worse than the pigeon. You know what? I'm with Nick on this. I loved Royale. I don't know why. It was just something about him. I don't know whether it's his haircut or just I don't know. He he was just a bit iconic, wasn't he? Terrible player at times, but not the best going forward. But he could defend. He could defend. To be fair to him. And Nick saying 100%. Marianne's in the house. Big up, Marianne. Good morning, Nige, and all in the chat. Good morning. I hope you're well. And Dave Clark's in the house, living in Leicester and having two sons who are Leicester season ticket holders, informing that El Canoes was left out of the squad yesterday, so the sale is imminent. But I still think he goes to Palace. I think Palace have pretty much got that deal sewn up. I wouldn't be happy if Spurs went in for him. I got to say, and that's nothing against El Canoes. From what I've seen, he looks like a decent player. But there's levels, isn't there? To go from Morgan Gibbs White to Eze to Alkanoos is a massive drop off. A massive drop off. Ed saying Johnson played inside a lot against City. You can see it on the second goal. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But for me, this is what Johnson's best at. Cutting in from the other side. And, when one winger's got it on one side, just hitting that back post. And that's what Johnson does best. And, he managed to hit the centre yesterday. And it was a fantastic finish. Fantastic finish. Johnson, Parish versus Marinakis, boxing gloves on. There is literally only one winner. Paris would get his ass absolutely handed to him. Unless, Paris might be really quick and might be able to box around him. But I see Marinakis winning that comfortably. It's almost like a featherweight against a super heavyweight, isn't it? Dave Clark saying, I would put a bid in for Borussia Dortmund's Julian Brandt, even though he's 29. This was a player that I used to really like 4 or 5 seasons ago when he was like 24, 25. I thought he was a really decent player. I don't see that, and I don't watch too much German football. Does he still play for Dortmund? Or has he moved? Because if he's moved, that would explain why I don't see him in the side very often. But he doesn't seem to play as much as he used to. He was one of these that burst out, and I thought he's going to be a player, but it's never really kicked on. So I'm not sure. Not sure about Brandt, to be honest. Amin is back, saying Ange can win us trophies. League positions isn't important. Well, it's not important for everyone, but if you're a season ticket holder going week in, week out, then it is pretty important actually to watch your side play and win every week. Would Al Khanous be part of the AFCON? I'm not sure. Kate saying no. Is that about the AFCON bit? I don't know whether Al Khanous would be part of the AFCON, mate, to be honest with you. Philly saying it is going to be Al Khanous. 35 million is a gross overspend on a player who hasn't shown he is worth it. Agreed. And the fact we could have had him for 22, 25 million pound a couple of weeks ago. Why would we do that? It just seems silly, but it would be typically Spurs, wouldn't it, to do it? Guys, I'm going to go for another 5 minutes, 57 in the house. Keep smashing that like, hitting that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Sheriff Mark, if you're going live, let me know so I can send a redirect your way. Yeah, if not, I won't send it, obviously. Kate Rickson saying, Levy scraping the barrel again. Listen, it's a massive week ahead for Tottenham, a massive week, and a massive week for Levy because he has to get this right. Mind you, I thought we say this every summer. Levy has to get this right. Always gets it wrong, and then he's still here. But hopefully this year he gets it. He saves himself. I mean, he's got it incredibly wrong with some of the transfers he's missed out on. But we have brought in Kudus, we have brought in Polinia, and both of them have been game changers for me. If we can add 2 or 3 more, I think we're in for a really good season, guys. I really do. And Marianne saying there must be better than Al Canoes. I think there is. Trouble is they're a bit more expensive. I think that's the problem we have. Ed M saying only one player I want from Leicester, and that's Fatoua. Yeah, he's a good player. Good player. Philly, big up Kate Rickson, my dear. I hope you're well. I need a virtual hug. I think we all need a virtual hug sometimes. Yeah, life can get like that, can't it? Has Dibbling been completed now? I don't think it has. Let's touch wood it gets completed soon because I just don't want us to go for Dibbling. Nothing against the lad. Just don't want us to go for him. Niles in the house. Big up, Niall. Says, morning, Nige. Interesting to see who we go for in the 10 and left wing. I can't see Savinho coming, unfortunately. I think City will block it. Well, we need to know, don't we? I think for me, we need to know today or tomorrow. If he comes, if he doesn't, we need an answer either way so we can move on. What we don't want is this dragging on till next weekend and then at the last minute, oh, no, he's not coming. And then we are screwed. But let's see. Let's see. It's going to be an interesting week, guys, and a really interesting transfer deadline day, I think. Dave said, no Jackson. Agree. Agree, totally. Tricky saying, can't see City happy to sell us Savinho after yesterday. Big up Tricky. Hope you well, mate. Yeah, I don't see him caring too much. City is City. They'll be fine. Rodney saying, better off lighting the money on fire than give it to Chelsea. I agree 100%. Big up Diego NYC saying, do you think we will get Savio? I'm going to stick my neck on the line and say, I think we will. I said that with Eze though, and with Morgan Gibbs White. So actually, I'm going to turn it and say, I think we won't. I think we won't get Savio. And then I'm a bit of reverse psychology then, hoping that we do. But no, I don't think we get him. I don't think we get him. I've been wrong on everything else, so hopefully I'll be wrong about this. Rodney saying, unless he's Jimmy Greaves, we ain't interested. Agreed. Agreed. Vicky saying, glad we didn't get Eze in the end. If he's that much of an Arsenal fan, a bit like Darren Bent. Yeah, let him go to Arsenal. If he's an Arsenal fan, it is what it is. It is what it is. We move on. We love our Tottenham. We love the cockerel on our shirt. You know, sod everyone else. They don't, like Frank said, if they don't want to play for Spurs, then we don't want them. We don't want them. Let them go. Guy saying, a deep cut as you I can't read this morning. A deeper cut as well as I was in the era. Your thoughts about Darren Anderton? I had a poster of him in the Match magazine. I love Darren Anderton. Absolutely love Darren Anderton, but he was always bloody injured, wasn't he? Always injured, but great player. Great player. Such a good player. Guy saying, I brought up Julian Brandt with Dan and TJ last time we spoke. Again, yeah, I'm just not sure about him. Just not sure about him. I haven't seen enough of him over the last 3 or 4 years to really put a good judgment on him. And Dave saying, yes, Al Canoes is AFCON. He's Moroccan. So he will be gone in January. Whoever signs him, which again, hopefully will not be Tottenham. Guys, I am going to call it a day. I've been going for an hour and 10. I'm just going to get to any chat that I missed out on. Queen Ellie's in the house. Big up, Queen Ellie. I hope you're well. Big up, Nige. I'm in Cyprus. So I just thought you'd be on as you were 2 hours ahead. It's great to win, and officially we're their bogey team. This means 6 goals in the last 2 matches at the Etihad with no reply. Yeah, we have a 6-0 aggregate score against City at the Etihad for the last 2 games. So fair play, fair play. But big up everyone who's joined me today. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Um, oh, okay. Brandt scored for yesterday for Dortmund. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, guys, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much, guys. Please, on your way out, please hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't as well. And I will see you at some point next week. Have a great Sunday, guys. Stay safe. Much love. And as always, come on, you Spurs.